manifested itself somehow on the, who are just these tyrants and just weirdo, evil people. Not saying that there isn't evil on the right, because the right really lets these criminals on the left operate, so they are working together hand in hand, of course, but it just seems like the outright evil and criminality is coming more from the left and the Dems now. And, it's a spiritual war, bro. I really feel as though there's a vibration of evil that broke up, through the lower dimension. It operates below us at a low vibration, and I really feel like it busted up into our dimension, and it's here, and it is on fire, trying to take this place down. Satan's energy destroys, God's energy builds, and they're freaking clashing right now.
Man, that was some deep shit, Shafe. Holy shit.
Yeah, I mean, this is not, to me, bro, this is not a not deep thing. This is not a surface thing. This is a deeply embedded evil versus good scenario. When you see what's going on the left with abortion and transhumanism. Now, I'm pro-choice. I think you should be allowed to make the choice if you want to have an abortion or not. But the way abortion is celebrated and pumped and pushed on that side, the way transhumanism, as far as the genders, is just, the gender issue is just destroyed on that side and then celebrated. Young children changing their gender is celebrated. Women aborting their babies is celebrated like it's a great thing, a good thing, a viable option that should always be there as your core basic human right. Okay, it might be that, but you're not even considering the emotional impacts of what a woman has to go through when she has to have an abortion, or what a child is going through when they're having gender dysmorphia. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Instead, you're totally ignoring that, and you're celebrating these things like they should be the most beautiful things on earth. It's satanic, bro. It's purely satanic. Purely. I mean, it's right there. The statue of Baphomet is transgendered. It has breasts and a penis. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So this stuff is here, and we got to fight it, bro. We have got to fight it, because if not, it's going to take over, and we're going to have to live by its rules, and its rules are not good. Take a look at China and imagine it times 1,000. Everything surveilled, forced inoculate, forced vaccines, everything. No choice, no chance. When those two doctors blew the whistle on COVID in China, they died from COVID 2 days later.
Wow.
You don't get to have a say. And if you try to have a say, you get your head blown off, period.
Man.
So we're dealing with some people here, bro, that are not playing games. They're constitutional, and the bravest and smartest and most cunning and most evil and stuff like that. But the people sitting on top, they know what they're doing. They have a plan, and the plan is to destroy you and your family, period. If you're a regular person. Now, you can try to submit and serve them, but even then, I mean, we turned our whole country into a service economy, and they turned it off in one flip of a switch. So, it's insane, dude.
Yeah, it's you wonder what the next move's gonna be, It's
well, Trump is finally showing some strong leadership, saying he's gonna shut it down. So that is looking what the next move's gonna be, and at this point, I don't know. I think he's got to do something. He can't just let it keep going, and the cops keep standing. I mean, the cops are just overwhelmed. It's a whole mess, man. I don't envy him at all for having to make the decisions he's having to make, but he's gonna have to make some strong ones and quick.
Right. You're absolutely right. I'm not a big fan of his, but it is. I'm not a fan of his at all, but it is time for him to step up and show some kind of leadership. So, hopefully he makes the right decision.
You know what I really think about him, bro, is he was, he's just an economy guy. He's a savvy guy when it comes to business and economy. He had the economy rocking. He doesn't get the evil he's up against, and he's pretty much said that and come out and said that occasions. He said he can't believe how deep the swamp is. He said he can't believe how much these people lie. He can't do, and he can't, because he's just a guy that, wasn't into the deep evil that's rooted in a lot of what's going on. He's just a guy that thought, hey, I'm going to turn the economy on. Everybody's going to have jobs, and their retirements are going to be looking good, and we're just all going to live happily ever after. But, he was gravely mistaken when he thought that. And, and they fought him tooth and nail at every turn, and they fight illegally. All the spying they did on him, all that stuff, all illegal, and he has to fight legally. And he's also handcuffed because they painted him as a dictator. So now he doesn't want to use that massive power of the presidency to ever look like a dictator. So they've handcuffed him in that way.
Man.
So he's up against it.
You can put somebody's balls in a vice only so much, and he's going to do something.
And that's what they've done. Well, I hope, man. And that's what they've done to us. But really, bro, what they've shown to us is that you can put people's balls in a vice more than so much, like over and over and over and over. And then with COVID, they put your balls in the vice and they put their boot on your throat. And they were just one crank away from exploding both into the cosmos. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's just like, so, the real loser in all this, bro, is good, law-abiding citizens that just go to work, try to make their 50, 60, 70 grand, pay their taxes, try to buy a little home, put a kid through college. That's who gets hurt, man, because that's the people that's got to be scared and afraid, and that's the people that's already getting raided by taxes and just how hard it is to buy a home and everything like that anyway. And people just aren't having kids and aren't having families because it's just not there. It's just not economically that viable. It's going to be too stressful for people to have children economically. And so, birth rates now have declined. I think I saw the study was the lowest rates in history, maybe, or something like that. Super low birth rate. Americans just don't have kids.
Wow.
So
that's a recent study?
It's a recent study. Yeah, well, right now is the lowest birth rate that it's been, in a long, long time. It's also lowest sperm counts for males that it's ever been in recorded history. And that number over the last 15 years has absolutely plummeted. Has plummeted by like 60 or 70% sperm count in males.
Wow.
So if you dig into Agenda 21, you're going to see it's a full-on attack. It's an attack on your fertility. It's an attack on you having children. It's an attack on your the family as a core structure of just society in general. They're on you, and it's everybody. It's big tech, it's big pharma, it's big science. All the bigs. It's big education. All the bigs where all the big money is, big Hollywood, stuff like that. And that at the top is conspiring to bring the agenda about.
Wow.
And when they consolidate that much power into all these corporations, all the Jeff Bezos, all the Amazons, all this stuff, it's very easy for them to then have control of the ideological angle of what they're trying to do. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All they have to do is have these big CEOs of all these big companies be aligned. And it's easy for them to do that because they already know going in, they vet you. So before you can become a Jeff Bezos, before you can become a Bill Gates, you're fully vetted psychologically. And what's the common theme? You can Google this, and there'll be articles about this as well. The common theme is psychopathy. So when they're looking for a CEO, when they're looking for somebody to run their organization, run these huge, things that they're trying to do, like the huge vaccines, vaccinate every person on earth and all this, the common trait that people are vetted out to be put in those positions is psychopathy, psychopaths. That's how you get in that position. It's not because you're the most talented. It's not because you're the most intelligent. It's not because you had the most groundbreaking research and science. It's because you are You are the most given over to evil. That's how you get put there, and that's the only way you get put there.
Man.
So now, so it's easy to see why we're in the position we're in. We have to stop listening to these people, bro. We have to stop listening to Bill Gates. We have to absolutely stop listening to him. He should be condemned and he should be shamed. I'm not putting anything in my body from some IT guy. Bill Gates is a software developer. Look, you can't. You're choking on Bill Gates' vaccine right now.
Seriously, man. The more I think about it, I'm like, holy shit. That's like, yo, dude.
You're not gonna make it. You're not gonna make it through this interview.
I'll be fine. But
we gotta reject people like that, bro.
Dude, I'm so for that. Fucking nerds, dude.
Some software developer. I mean, and it's. I hate to put it like that because listen, scientists are necessary. Smart people are necessary. Nerd or not nerd or whatever they are, I'm very soft in that way because I'm super emotionally conscious. Not saying that you're not, but whatever you want to call them, it's evil people. And the fact that they're skinny pencil necks and probably got bullied or whatever set them off. Or I'm gonna let you in on another little secret of a lot of these people.
Shafe, if you think about it, that's a fucking comic book villain right there. What you just described is a fucking comic book villain. Yeah. So, there you go.
With micro penises. It's another... Listen, I'm letting you in on this other little secret. It's a big... I think that's one of... And this is just a personal thing of me thinking it, is why would they want to dominate so many other people like that? And it's because they have 1-inch peckers, dude.
That's fucking hilarious. Holy shit.
I mean, it's the truth. Because people that have satisfied a woman in their life, they don't just have the need to dominate other men and dominate other populations. That you're comfortable, you're confident. If you have a 1-inch penis, you just can't. You're just uncomfortable in your own skin. And I feel sorry for these people, right? I feel very sorry for them. And Bill Gates has that much money, he could probably get a gigantic robotic dick.
That's fucking funny.
It's like I'm not letting him stick, a fucking needle in my arm because he hates his life and hates his father or whatever his fucking problem is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And people hate me for that, and people would debate me all day for that, but that's just how I feel.
Dude, you're spot the fuck on in my book, man.
I don't know, man.
I don't trust. There's just certain things about people I don't trust, and I watched an interview of him on YouTube, and I got the creeps from it. You know what I mean?
If you can't watch him talk and be not completely creeped out to a level of like almost being violent, then I don't know what's wrong with you, dude.
Seriously.
If you watch Bill Gates and the way he says the word patience, when he says patience, listen to Bill Gates say the word patience, and he says patience. His little fake nerd voice, and now you got me on this level, so it's like now I'm calling that. I mean, if you can't tell that's just pure evil, I don't know what to tell you, man.
Dude, it is like a comic book villain, man. Holy shit. Patience.
He totally is.
Patience.
And the same people that's telling the same, right, exactly like that. Exactly what you just said.
That's the most evil voice I can do. There you go.
And the people that are telling me I'm crazy for saying the things I say are the same people who will look down on you for smoking weed and say they don't do drugs while they're drinking the hugest coffee colada filled with caffeine and sugar that a human has ever seen. And, will look down on you for smoking weed and say, you're a drug user, this and that. I mean, it's crazy.
Yet they need their cup of coffee to function in the morning.
I mean, they're totally addicted to sugar and caffeine, and they're telling me they don't do drugs and that weed is bad. I'm like, what planet is this?
Seriously. So
I just feel as though like I'm on another planet most of the time, bro, and I just don't even know what planet I'm on.
Dude, do things just not make sense?
I mean, it does make sense, though, to me, to be honest. I feel, it does because it's just completely inverted, and it's just a completely satanic society. Inversion is a sacrament of Luciferianism. It's a sacrament. It's why they flipped the cross upside down.